Dealing with an emotionally immature partner can feel like riding a roller coaster that you never signed up for. It's tough, right? You might find that small issues turn into big arguments and that your partner often overreacts without thinking about the consequences. It's exhausting and frustrating, but let's talk about how you can handle this better. First off, you might believe that your love and support can change your partner. It's a common belief that with enough care, someone will mature right before your eyes. But here's the hard truth. You can't force anyone to grow up. They have to want to change themselves. Understanding why they act this way might help you to cope better. Often, emotional immaturity isn't just about being stubborn or difficult. It's more about not knowing how to manage emotions effectively. Maybe they didn't learn these skills growing up, or perhaps past experiences have shaped how they react today. Believing that you can fix or change your partner is a trap. It puts unnecessary pressure on you and can lead to disappointment. Instead, focus on managing your own reactions. You can't control their behaviour, but you can control how you respond to it. By setting boundaries, communicating openly, and fostering positive interactions, you can manage a relationship with an emotionally immature partner more effectively. And I want you to always remember, it's not your job to fix them, and you're not their therapist. You're not in this to change them, but to support each other's growth as you build a healthier relationship together. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 steps to deal with an emotionally immature partner. So let's dive straight into a new way of thinking about it. When things are calm, try to have an open conversation. Discuss how certain behaviours make you feel and explore ways to handle disagreements more constructively. Remember, it's not about blaming but understanding each other better. But be warned. This may not work with an emotionally immature partner because chances are they will immediately, at the slightest hint of constructive criticism, get defensive with you and act like you're attacking them when all you're trying to do is sort out the problem. This is challenging when the other person is so emotionally sensitive to the slightest hint that you are unhappy about something that they're doing. When they attack you back and shut down the conversation by turning it into an argument, the best thing you can do is to drop it, unfortunately. Because once the other person gets defensive and starts to attack, it's no longer a conversation, it's now an argument. And no one wins in an argument. If you persist to try and get your point across, it will only make things worse. If you really need to talk about the issue with your partner, then I suggest you think about it and even script out exactly what you want to say and how you want to say it. Then think about how your partner will feel hearing that and how they will respond. This will help you to become a more effective communicator. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Everyone matures at their own pace. Show empathy towards your partner's struggles, but don't excuse bad behaviour. Sometimes just being a steady, understanding presence can encourage them to start working on themselves. You may not want to hear this, but an emotionally immature partner can be your greatest teacher. They will give you plenty of opportunities to practice and improve your own emotional intelligence. I have found that an emotionally immature partner will mirror your emotions. If you're happy, they're happy. However, whenever you're upset about something, and 99% of the time it will be because of them, then they will find something to be upset about you back. Therefore, the issue is never fully resolved. So to find happiness and contentment in the relationship, you have to do the work on yourself. If you choose to stay with your partner, for whatever reason, and there are thousands of reasons to stay, the answer is not always to leave. Unless you are in an abusive relationship, then of course, leave if you can. But I have found that as I have emotionally matured and done the work on myself, the relationship has improved because I am able to control my emotions a lot better, therefore being a positive influence on my partner, giving us greater peace and harmony in the relationship. If you would like help in improving your own emotional intelligence to improve your relationship, then I've created a guide outlining my rescue method to being the boss of your emotions so that they don't get the best of you. You can find the link to download my guide in the description below. I hope you're enjoying today's video. If you are, and you would like me to continue to make more awesome videos like this one, you can support the channel, show me some love, and buy me a coffee. I really appreciate it. Focus on building up the good parts of your relationship. Reinforce positive behaviour with praise and attention. This doesn't mean ignoring the issues, but it does mean strengthening the bond you share, making the tough times a little easier to manage. The way I explain this to my clients is it's like canine obedience training, where the dog responds better to positive reinforcement. Why not give it a try and see if things improve in your relationship, if you choose to ignore the bad behaviour and encourage the good, in a subtle way? The positive reinforcement can be as simple as a smile of appreciation, a way of acknowledging that you noticed something good, and it's a gentle stroke of the ego. Sometimes, love and effort from one person isn't enough. Couples therapy can be a powerful tool for both of you to learn more about healthy emotional responses and communication styles. But, and there is a big but, this will only be effective if both parties are equally invested in the improvement of the relationship. A lot of the times there's an imbalance where person A has a problem, which is most likely will be with person B's emotional immaturity, and person B doesn't think that there's a problem because their behaviour is working for them. Person A wants person B to change so the person A can be happy. Can you see the problem? Person B is not motivated to change because they're not the one with the problem. This is often why couples therapy doesn't work. You are much better off getting personal therapy to work on your own issues. Dealing with emotional immaturity can be draining. Make sure you have support, whether it's from friends, family, or a professional. Keep up with your hobbies and interests and ensure that your happiness isn't solely tied to your relationship. Boundaries help protect your emotional well-being. Let your partner know what is acceptable and what isn't in how they speak to you and how they treat you. When they cross the line, enforce these boundaries calmly and firmly. Because we teach people how to treat us based on what we're willing to tolerate. And if you're putting up with immature behaviour, guess what? You're just going to keep getting more of it. Now, if you find it difficult to set healthy boundaries for yourself in your relationships, I've made a video over there where I talk about the delicate dance between self-care and selfishness, exploring where to draw the line and how to navigate these waters with grace and confidence. So if you're interested in learning more about boundary setting, you can check out that video over there.